Hey, good morning everybody. I wanted to make this quick little video and make this announcement and attach it onto this upcoming video that you're about to see. I just got news. I got picked for career day at my grandson Austin's 5th and 6th grade school. So I get to go in and I meet with I meet with 4 groups of students, 20 kids in each group, boys and girls. And I get to talk to them about my career in concrete, how I got started, where it's progressed to, and how the tools and the products have changed over the years. So I'm really looking forward to this, and they agreed that I could video it and post it on YouTube and share it with everybody. So excited about that. Looking for some feedback. What do you think the kids would be interested in? So if you could help me out with this. We have about a week and a half to 2 weeks to get this all figured out. So looking forward to some feedback. Hope you enjoy the video. Okay, here we are for our afternoon pour. We're back up to Tommy's house. We're going to start chipping away at his driveway. Nice simple pad. Yeah. So Tom poured this with our leftovers this morning. Connector walk, heavy stone border. Notice the rebar sticking up. Those are conduits. And he's putting lights in there. Little push-in low voltage lights outlining the whole entire driveway. That's going to be a great look from up above. Broom center, 2-foot border, heavy stone stamp. We are all ready to go, just taking 5 minutes while we wait on the mixer. Last year when we poured this area in Tom's garage, I was talking about I really like this area for all the clutter. Workbench, bicycles, hockey gear, sports gear, you know, all that goes in here. That way when you're finally parking in the garage after construction, then there's nothing here except vehicles. Wouldn't that be nice? So this is how he finished this room. This is on plywood on top of the basement. So no concrete, just a floating floor, rubber base. Now he's going to start doing his shelving, workbench. Nice area. And here is our hyper lights that we installed. If you're looking for lights, those are nice ones. Hey, it doesn't look too bad. Maybe just, let's go with it. Okay, you've seen us do this 1,000 times. I'll put you on time lapse. Talk to you as we're switching trucks. That was one truck, 7.5 yards. We're about halfway. A little bit short, but we're a little bit heavy up here. These were our grade pins. We pulled a string and put a nail so we know how high to put the concrete. Pull these out. Get the concrete out of the holes. Ready for number 2. Okay, number 2's here mixing up. Perfect timing. Number 1 is just about done cleaning up. They'll be backing out. Concrete's still nice and soft. We'll get a good mix. See how wet it is yet? Good. Alright, we'll pull that over and straight down. Maybe Tom will buy us pizza. Bring you up here with me. Let's do some straight edging. I float it in front of me, knock it down, still a little bit high. That's exactly how I like it. Reaching out, I want to see a line at the far end, just skimming the top. While it's over there, I look this way, and get this end down. Nice and light. Final pull, make sure both your ends are down. And that'll tell the rakers what I need, and they put it right on the money for me. Most of the time, I can do this with one hand because the rakers are so good. I used to. It's Friday. Number 2's pulling in there to clean up. Concrete's still pretty soft. It is 85 degrees out today. We are in full sun, so I'm not waiting. We have to do a 2-foot border, a cut. We're gonna heavy stone the border and broom the center. Doable, but I don't want to have to be rushing all around and panicking. No panic mode today. Smooth sailing on Fridays. Before the mixer got here, we pulled our number, marked it with a nail. Now we'll hook a string to it, snap a line across. Be as ready as you can be. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, I'm going to keep edging. Talk to you soon. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Sent a couple guys to do a cleanup on our morning pour. Steven and Matt are sealing 6 jobs today. So I just got word they are almost done. So they'll be giving us a hand shortly. Keeping it right on my line. This is going to be a tool cut 48 feet long, so we want it perfectly straight. Okay, pulled his number over, string pulled tight.
Pull it tight.
Pull it tight. Ready? There's our mark. Let's cut. And took care of that end for me. Toss it.
Oh, toss that way.
Yep, no, you're perfect right there. Set me up over there and start cutting in. Line it up again. Check it a couple different places. Good, like it. Cut. Go ahead. You on the line? Brooming and rolling and stamping. We're a little bit behind, but not much. I get a nice broom mark on this before it dries out in the sun. All the way up to our joint, give it a little shake, and change direction. I'll show you the border in 3 minutes. Nice straight joints, give it a shake, change directions. Okay, I'm just taking care of the edge, making sure our broom is all the way to the edge. They're finishing up stamping, heavy stone texture. I'll take a joiner, clean this up, or you want to hit this with a grinder.
I use that wheel, the texture.
Where's that at? That went so good. I think you probably could have guessed it. Why not, right? Get this done, get the weekend started. 15 yards heading this way, be here in about 10 minutes. Cavalry showed up. We're gaining some shade. This will be a walk in the park. Pulled a string from end to end, pulled nice and tight, setting our form right to height. Everything drains away from the house into our low corner. Okay, we'll get the rest of that tied up. Quick drink of water, Gatorade. I don't see any beer yet. It's kind of hot for that. We'll see what happens. That was smooth sailing. Just had one light in the wrong place. Not a big deal. Steve's doing some bull floating. One truck is ready to pull out of here. Number 2 truck is almost done cleaning. We're almost all in the shade. 50, 55, 45. Yeah, just get a little bit of this footage. Same as before, rolling the border and stamping it. Out here is pretty good. It's almost ready for a broom. Up here in the shade, yeah, we gained some shade. It's nice and cool. You can still see all the bleed water on it. We're just trying to work our way to it. We don't want to touch it too much until that's off of there. So, getting done what we can. Once Steve gets back past this joint, we might turn somebody loose on a broom and get these 2 done. Stay tuned. The hour is growing late on a Friday. That happens. Anybody working tomorrow?
Digging a ditch.
Digging a ditch. Close up of the border stamping. Matt's on brooming. And his socks on the fresh concrete. We poured a driveway the other day. Matt got his ankle cut. Finished pouring the driveway. Went home. Got 6 stitches. Wasn't even late for work the next day. So, was he late?
Oh, I'm always late.
I mean, because that just ruined a good story.
Later than normal.
Looking good. Alright, probably brooming this one. I'm still on hold. I got my cut in. Got that cut in. They're finishing the border cut. It's almost ready. If you hit that grease too soon, next year that'll all be crumbling off. We don't want that. Okay, it's finally tightening up in the shade. You can see how we broomed just past the shade line. Give us a couple minutes. We'll be ready to hit it. Get some dirty tools cleaned up. Looking good. Big chunk of concrete. Okay, this is the front walk leading up to it. Holy, I think he's going to drive his car up here and unload the groceries. Alright, 8-foot wide sidewalk. At least it's not very long. So right up to the door. Wood plank stamp out here, broken stone. So I imagine broken stone border. Are you doing lights in this as well? Yeah, lights around the perimeter. And I don't know, Majestic Astor stamp. That's my guess. All right, a little bit over here and I will sign off for this job. Just getting up close to the house where it was the wettest. Getting a nice broom mark. Making the transition, coming back. I like it. All right, couple more. Guys are gonna finish stamping the border and broom the last thing. I gotta go. I'll show you the finish tomorrow. You gonna color the border tomorrow, or you gonna wait a little while?
I don't know. Tomorrow.
Okay. All right, catch you later. Okay, Friday, a little bit of time left in the day. We came over, we're gonna reseal this concrete we did 15 years ago or further back. I lose track of time. Exposed aggregate with a tinted border all the way up there. They added this garage. We came in, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years ago and poured that section. We're gonna give this a coat of our tinted sealer. I'll go over all that real quick. We have the pool area to do, as well as these front steps. Nice big bull nose on the front steps, all the way up to the door. How about that for a curb cut, huh? All right, let's get the sealer mixed up and get spraying. We put traction grip in this, just like our regular sealer. Now you can see how it changes colors. The brown pigment settles at the bottom. Sometimes we flip them over in the truck while we're transporting them, and that'll pre-mix it for us. As soon as we get an empty bucket, we can dump from bucket to bucket and help mix. Plastic down. You spill this on the street, you spill it on the driveway, it just looks bad. So, spread out some plastic, because after we mix up about 6 of these, it does get a little bit messy. So, a nice slow mix. Letting the gator grip dissolve. Put that in first, blend it all in, and repeat. Sprayers, we'll get 3 going. Leaf blow in the driveway, taking care of some spots up there. Bottom of the can's nice and clean, all stirred up real good. Now we can dump a little bit back into that after we do a mix. Mix fill in the sprayer is easier. A 3/4 can is much easier to pour in than a full can.
That little bit of sealer.
Okay, Ryan's on mixing detail. Pouring 3/4 buckets are easier than a full one. So he's got 3 or 4 buckets going at a time. Blending, mixing, gator grip. 3 sprayers going up here. It's going good. And take it all. So with the driveway nice and clean, the joints all cleaned out, nice and dry, put a nice even coat on. Now this has been sealed about every other year, so probably 1 coat will do it, because there's already a base on there. But you can see how I'm just doing like each square. And then Matt will just pick it up from that. And I'll head up this way. Lots of pressure in the sprayer each time. I'll go over this border in a minute.
Grab the perfect power wash sign. That'd be a great show.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I don't care. We'll put it back. Okay. Just refilled the sprayer. I go back and forth, and then I give it a swirl, and that usually takes care of it. That's why I do 1 pad at a time. If you look around, it's kind of like overwhelming. So Matt's doing the same thing. He follows a line. That way you walk away from this square, you know it's all done. Getting in the joints real good. That's where all the deterioration starts, in those joints. So you can see we've been doing this, I guess every 3 years we come back and do this, and you can see how well it protects the driveway. This is, geez, I don't know, it's got to be 20 years old. I was much younger when I did this one. We did every house in this housing plan. Maybe I'll drive out with the camera on and show you what we did. So there's some final landscaping. Now keep in mind we're coming out of winter, so nothing's bloomed up yet, but they do a great job at keeping these properties really nice here. Let's give it a nice blend. Okay. Always keeping a nice full, lots of pressure. I'm going to look at one of those battery operated sprayers everybody's telling me about. To me, I think it's just something else to break, but everybody talks about them and says how great they are. We'll check them out. Our bullnose face steps. We haven't done those in years. Okay, they didn't want us moving the planter boxes. They're starting to get a little flimsy at the bottom. That's why those are staying. They used to have a water fountain right here. Oh, they moved it over here. Okay. I saw that and I couldn't remember what that was for. Okay. So this is all done. Matt's bringing this up. Then he'll come up here and help Steven bring this down. Nice even coat. Lots of pressure. It'll look a little blotchy as it dries, and it dries out. You can see, I'll take you over there in a minute. We'll show you. It really evens out real nice. I am passing the camera on to Jim. I'm mixing up one batch of color. I'm just using brown color, and I just kind of eyeball it, you know. I want this darker, and I'm saving some in case I need another batch. So sprinkle that on, give it a mix in, and we're not plugged in anymore. So I'm stirring it by hand and pretending it's on. That's right, they had to move the extension cord.
You can make the noise.
It dissolves real good. What Brian's doing is he's pouring this slow. We're going to leave that chunkage, there's our word, on the bottom of the can. We don't want that in the sprayer. So we got a lot of color mixed up in there. Just leave about an inch in the bottom of the bucket. With this, it's really fast. Give it a nice swirl pattern. Voila, doesn't that add a lot to this project? And you can charge double. They're just giving it just a quick second coat. You just work 2 days in the mud and you put your muck boots on for this. Yeah, the only clean ones, yeah. Okay, there it is. Happy sealing. So it was very simple. A few tips you want to remember from this video. Clean and dry, not a real hot day, and a nice even coat. We let it dry real good while I was doing the border, and then the guys just followed it up with a light second coat after the sealer was already dry. What did we use? We used, I always like putting the cans in the video. We used Brown Tone CS 350 from Euclid Chemical. Okay, there it is. Seal your concrete every third year, and it could look like this after 20 years. As always, thanks for tuning in to Concrete with the Hosses. See you tomorrow. Don't be late.